While there are so many bright and lively locations, there also lies a dark and abandoned past, just below where you walk.
Ooh!
Hi ladies, happy Wednesday!
Happy Wednesday!
Well, hello!
Hi. Welcome to another week! And this week we have Lindsay in person.
Special guest star. Hi.
Yeah, your title card's gonna come first.
I'm usually in some void in New York or something, but I missed the blizzard and I'm in LA.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you really did.
Yeah,
so true.
I got very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, this will be long after, but still.
Yeah.
There will be many blizzards, I feel.
Predicting now there will be a blizzard.
The groundhog predicted it. I didn't have to do a thing.
Oh, Puxatwany Phil.
I love Phil.
Yeah.
When's that musical happening?
Oh, I don't know, but I hope soon.
I need it now.
You know it's on Spotify.
Is it really?
Yeah, right? Am I crazy?
Well,
I believe
I think
it.
I
These are
found
two
it on
separate
Spotify
questions.
while I was listening to a musical theater playlist, and it like came on, and I was like, "This is gorgeous." And then it was like the Groundhog's Day musical.
The thing is, I would
man.
fall for that so hard. I would love it.
Emotional.
It's gorgeous.
I love it.
It asks
moving.
really big questions. And for those of you who don't know truly like the story we're talking about, they give Phil special medical care and pills so that he lives forever, but they don't do the same for his family or his wife.
So sad. She has the most moving ballad where she's like, "You will live on and we will die." It's so,
Honestly, heartbreaking.
it's too good.
There was a comedy duo that every Christmas they would put out 25 days of songs, like comedy songs.
Oh.
And one of the songs reminded me of that ballad because it was the difference between a real Christmas tree and then a fake Christmas tree. And it was like the fake Christmas tree will live on, the real one will die. And it was heartbreaking and so beautiful.
I have to add, only because I like don't fully understand how this works. Allegedly, you can replant a Christmas tree. Is this true or not?
Can you?
I don't know. I've heard it, and I guess I kind of understand it.
Yeah, I mean,
think
I guess.
don't understand how trees work. Like,
Trees are very interesting.
you know, yeah,
Yeah,
Like the roots.
yeah. Because like, if you like re-propagate
Yeah.
something, it usually like regrows roots.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know that bark does that.
I would assume
Like a tree
it
trunk.
can
Like once
regrow
it's wood?
roots.
Yeah.
Well, my olive tree tried to pass away, and then I took cuttings, and those are growing with the olive tree now.
So maybe if you take like the pine branch and replant it.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Cuttings are like a crazy thing. I feel like no one
Yeah.
taught you that you could take a little piece of a tree and then plant it.
They
and then
didn't.
it just...
You know why? They don't want us planting trees. And that's that on that. We all know that the government only plants male
That's why we're
trees.
being
That is
shadow
true.
banned on TikTok.
I
Jesse.
know. I'm sorry.
But it's
But I whispered it. They didn't hear it. But it's true. They only plant male trees.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
everyone has crazy allergies and there's no fruit.
Me right
They
now.
don't want us to like eat fruit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Or have free food, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Love that.
off of that, I learned a witchy fact, ladies, and
Ooh.
I'd love to share it with you.
I love a witchy fact.
Please.
Of course, there's a witch belief that if you write your deepest desire on a bay leaf and burn it, it'll come true.
Oh, I've heard this one.
Yes.
I have bay leaves in
I
the
did
kitchen.
this.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it go?
I don't know yet. But I will let you know when it does or
Yes.
if it doesn't.
Is there a timeline on that, or are we just...
I don't know.
I think so. Some people say it's like pretty immediate. Some people say it takes a while. Others say that you don't burn it until the thing comes true. So maybe write it again and don't
Interesting.
burn it.
Okay. It wasn't that long ago, to be fair.
Okay.
She's in the bay leaf process as we speak.
It's a very complicated process.
That is true.
You
Yeah.
have to keep us posted.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. You don't have to tell us what it is, but I want
I
to know if it comes
wouldn't,
true.
but I'm curious.
I wouldn't.
I mean, it's like that's like the birthday wish, you
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
deepest
So true, so true.
desire.
It won't come
on a
true.
bay
Can't
leaf.
tell.
The same thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I learned that from some witch on TikTok.
Thanks, Witch on
Witch
TikTok. I have a very small little ghost experience story.
Ooh.
And Jessie does know about this because it happened at the theater that we did her play at, which went awesome, as I know we mentioned.
Theater ghost.
Theater ghost. Definitely was a theater ghost.
It's not a theater if it doesn't have a ghost.
Correct.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just a room at that point.
Correct.
I just had a crazy thought, but you tell your story first.
Okay. It's not that big, but in North Hollywood we were at a theater, and I spent a lot of time in the booth as the stage manager, and I was convinced there was a ghost in there and in the theater in general. Like when I would prep and things like that, when it was very minimal people, I like felt something, but I actively was trying to block it out because I was like, we have more shows. I don't want to think about this. And then the last day, I got the keys and opened the theater first, whereas before, Jessie's boyfriend would do that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get there earlier to like really reset. And I got there, pitch black, normal, fine. But the minute I walk in, I felt like my breath was like kind of shortened, and I was like, there is something in here and I can't really avoid it. So I opened the booth. There's like a trap door into the dressing room, and as I was looking down, I was like, there's something in there. And then I was sweeping on the stage, and as I was sweeping, I felt a rush of air behind me and then footsteps. Like I heard footsteps.
Whoa.
And I turned thinking it was one of our actors, and then I was like, hello? No one was there. I like walked around the entire theater to be like, okay, maybe they walked around the other way to get to the dressing room. No one was here. So I was like, okay. And so I started talking to the ghost, and I was like, hey, cool that you're here, but like, we have one more show. If we can we'll respect your space, you respect us, we'll be good.
Nice.
And then I like, from that moment on, felt, and like, I don't know, there were eyes watching me. And then like a few minutes later, one of the actors came in and like tried to scare me, and I was like, I was already prepped because I was already scared.
You know what's crazy too is that was the day our lights malfunctioned.
Yes, I was just about to say, like, I walked into the booth and I heard a click to my left, and as I was like, what was that? I was like, weird. And then the lights were like really messing up. They were strobing like crazy
in a way they've never done.
Right. Turns out like a breaker, I think, was like halfway on, so that was the click that I heard. But I was like, weird. Who did that? Weird. So that was my little ghost experience.
Energy
recently.
surge.
Oh.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, thanks for not telling me until after the play.
I did. It was like during wrap party, and I was like, okay, now that we're no longer going back to the theater.
We can't use this one again, you see.
Yeah. You see.
Just kidding. What I was going to say was, do you think the reason all theaters have ghosts is because the people in theaters are inherently dramatic and like energy sensitive, and they are just more likely to be like, I'm sticking around to haunt. Like theater people are just ready to come back.
They're welcoming it.
They're like, oh, I get to be a ghost?
Yeah.
Stay on stage?
I still get to be a star.
Got it.
I walk past, people turn their heads.
Yes.
It's amazing.
They will be talking about me.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
seen the Phantom of the Opera. He's a main character.
Get the chandelier in here. I did see a photo of a theater ghost. Maybe you guys saw it. I don't remember. It might have been on TikTok. I don't know. Probably it's where I spent all my goddamn time. But it was this photo of a theater audience, and people were facing the stage, obviously. And there is a crystal clear apparition of this like Victorian woman in like this extravagant, sort of looks like a wedding dress, but like flowing in the wind, and her arm is around this one woman and her hands are like clutching onto the shoulder. It is the scariest motherfucking thing in the whole world.
I have not seen
Woman
this,
in
but I
white.
want to.
Woman in white.
There's always a woman in white.
There's always a woman.
Always. I'm actually going to show you right now. I know. It's
Oh,
not
yay.
good for podcast.
No.
Yay.
I'm
Show
aware.
us.
We can cut it.
I just said this on the closer look, but I'm like, am I just so vulnerable to deep fakes?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Acceptable.
because I'm like, I saw a picture of a cryptid in the woods, and I was like, that's crazy. And I'm like, what if? No,
I heard
it
you
doesn't
said that, and I
matter.
was like, I need to see this photo.
Well, going back to whimsy, I think there's joy in finding whimsy and believing in these things.
I agree. We need
What's
more
the
whimsy in our
point?
life.
Whatever.
Life is too serious and too much that you need more whimsy.
Why is everyone so desperate to live in reality anyway? Reality is made up too by the patriarchy. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
Because we don't want to be shouted at.
It's zoomed in, but you see?
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
It's actually horrible. It looks like she's wearing like some type of like headpiece.
Okay, that is really very scary.
Right?
Yeah.
That's very, very scary.
If you go to TikTok, this user's name is Chelsea Whoa.
Correct.
And it's horrifying.
That's
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like further away too. It's like right there.
Okay,
You're
I'm
in
gonna
it.
throw up. I'm gonna stop looking at that. Okay. Hi.
Well, you know what is really great to distract from that?
No.
Wine.
Next time I want to barf, I'm gonna just drink a glass of wine. That'll be great.
I meant distract from the photo, not from the wanting to barf.
Oh no.
I was like, no, you're supposed to put salt under your tongue, Sammy.
No, or
That's
drink
a
wine.
tequila shot.
Oh shit! Sorry, I mix those up all the time.
No, you're supposed to drink wine for the barfing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
We
brought
are
some
not
for you.
medical professionals. Do not listen to us
God,
for
no.
any medical advice.
I have lots of advice.
I know, me
but
too.
But don't take it. Although, oh my god, if you have throw-up-phobia, go away. I one time in college drank like a full bottle of wine because it was for this party. That doesn't help. So Harley gifted me Josh wine, red wine. So I drank that, obviously barfed. But it was the prettiest color I've ever barfed in my life. It was stunning.
It's beautiful red.
I literally like did my thing and then I texted Harley and I was like, it's gorgeous.
Thank you so much. That's honestly hilarious.
Honestly, this is the first story in a while that's made me feel old.
Honestly fair.
I'm like,
Sorry.
I don't know if I'll ever be there again.
I hope to never be there again.
Well, lucky for you, we're also having Josh.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Wait, you didn't know?
I honestly didn't know. I swear to
That's
no,
crazy.
I swear to
thought she
everything.
knew.
Holy shit, that's actually bizarre.
Telepathy
I had no
strikes
idea.
again.
Funny. We're having Josh wine, and we like to play a game. No. But on this podcast, we like to play a game, and that game is Guess the Lore from the Pour. And I bring a wine bottle that has a clue to the story I'm going to be telling. I'm telling a story today that the other two ladies don't know, and they're going to try to guess based on the wine bottle. So, for YouTube, here is the wine bottle. Love.
The
It
first.
is Josh. That's so crazy. It's called Hearth.
Hearth,
Hearth.
right?
I think it's both ways, no?
I believe you.
I say hearth, but I could see it both ways.
Hearth is a cabernet sauvignon, and it looks like a fireplace. That makes sense.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
What is going on?
I don't know, guys.
She hasn't moved past Josh.
It's Wednesday.
We are actually recording on Wednesday.
Yeah, actually a Wednesday, midweek. You want to see? what
Yeah.
happened?
Why don't I work
We
on
hardly
that?
ever
Help me.
record at night or on a weekday, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy, the energy in here. Okay. Joseph, sorry. That is shocking. Joseph says, I created my wines as a tribute to my dad, Josh. He's always on my mind. Hearth was created for at-home gatherings with family and close friends and is meant to be sipped and savored during those magical moments where true connection is kindled. Oh. Big, rich, and velvety, this Cabernet Sauvignon bursts with flavors of nothing!
Nothing.
No flavor.
None until we guess them.
Yeah. So, do you have any guesses as to what this might be?
Fire.
It has to be something with fire.
Yeah, right?
Obviously.
Fire, hearthy. There's like Hestia is the hearth god in Greek mythology. I don't think that's what you're doing. Fire.
I'm thinking of like cleansing with fire, hell.
Yeah, I
in
know.
general.
Hell always.
Yeah.
Hell always. have it as a tattoo, you know?
Oh, maybe like Phoenix, like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
I love that idea.
bird.
Phoenix, Arizona.
There's a lot
It's
of alien
very
activity
hot.
over there.
Yeah.
And it's super hot.
Super hot.
It's true.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Phoenix.
Sammy told me we probably weren't going to be able to guess this.
This is hard.
Can we have a hint then?
Is it Santa who comes down chimneys?
It's hard. It's a location, I guess.
Oh.
I will give you that. Because it's
Phoenix,
it's
Arizona.
Oh, Death Valley.
Maybe.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's cool.
I like Arizona.
Yeah, I like hot place. Desert.
Yeah.
Wildfires. California.
Shall we pour some more and find out?
Yeah.
I'm sure we got it.
I'm sure I know it.
Yeah.
Wine opener?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
not?
That was rough for us.
Ready?
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Juicy.
Dainty. Wow.
I'm done with my tea now. I can move to wine. Hydrate, everybody, because I'm not doing that.
Should we cheers?
3 cheers! Hip hip! Hooray! If we were the 3 Musketeers, who would we be?
I'll be number 2.
I'll be number 3. I like the number 3.
I guess I'm number 1.
Oh,
Oh, it tastes like wood.
it's like thick.
I taste the wood.
It is oaky.
Woody, mossy.
Woody, tobacco.
Yeah.
Spice.
It's got something
Tobacco.
like harsh, like
Definitely
manly
berry
about
as
it.
well. It's like, it feels cabby. This is a cab, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say,
It's
it's like,
cab.
it's giving cab.
Yeah.
It's not like the most full bodies, but it's like, it is here.
But I like that.
It's peppery.
It's like ring ring.
tobacco-y.
I need to get from point A to point B. It's a cab.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lindsay's over me.
It's hard. We're like right across from each other.
Yeah.
So every time you say one of your jokes, it's right at my face. And I'm
That's
like,
your
what am I supposed to do?
front row.
Laugh would be nice.
No, they're very funny. They're very funny.
No, they're
I'm
really
just
good.
lost in the eye contact.
You know what? I'm gonna look at Sammy only from now on.
Thank you.
Hey Sammy, ring ring, get from point A to point B.
Damn it.
Yeah.
See, don't look at me.
Okay, I'm sorry. What does it say on the back?
It says, burst with flavor of blackberry, chocolate, and toasted hazelnut.
There's a toasty.
Interesting. I feel like there's more to that.
There's more.
Are you ready to find out what we're doing today?
Yes.
Please.
Amazing. Today, we are going to take a journey up north and discuss the hauntings of the Emerald City. And no, not in Oz, but in Washington State. Seattle.
Damn it.
Seattle.
Seattle.
That sounds sick.
Yeah.
I have friends who live there.
Congratulations.
Call him up.
I'm going to send them this episode.
When walking around the city, it has amazing places to visit, like the Space Needle, Pike Place Market, and the Museum of Pop Culture. However, while there are so many bright and lively locations, there also lies a dark and abandoned past, just below where you walk.
Ooh.
Today, we are covering Seattle hauntings and the hauntings of the abandoned underground area.
Shut it.
Did you guys know there was an underground Seattle?
I actually did.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, I don't know much about it, but I have, because you can go there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like the city of
fascinating.
Ember.
It's like the city of Ember.
Hearth.
I didn't know anything about it, and I was talking to one of my coworkers and friends from Seattle, and she mentioned that Seattle is built on top of old Seattle, and that it's haunted. And I immediately dropped the lore that I was planning to do to research more about it, just because I find building a city on top of a city so mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I can't comprehend
It's
it.
like DIA.
It's
Denver
yes.
International. They built airport on
Yes,
airport.
it's fascinating to me. So
Wow.
I wanted to know everything about it.
That's amazing.
I love it.
Seattle is between Puget Sound and Lake Washington. There are 2 mountain ranges, the Olympics to the west and the Cascades in the east. And it is built on hills and it's surrounded by water. Sort of. The city is built on indigenous land, the territory of Coast Salish peoples, the Suquamish and the Duwamish people specifically, who lived there for thousands of years before the Europeans and white settlers moved. And they continue to live there today. When the settlers came into the area in 1851, they established a town site called New York and then added a word from Chinook jargon that meant by and by. And it became New York Alki. And they moved across the bay to now what is Pioneer Square District. And the village was later named Seattle, which actually honored the Duwamish Indian leader, Siosh, I think. The pronunciation is difficult because they also apparently don't have TH sounds in their language, which I found really interesting.
Wow,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. Seattle was officially incorporated in 1969, with Seattle having more than 2,000 residents.
1969?
So
Nope.
new.
1869.
Okay, I was like, no fucking way. Nope.
I was like, that's
Nope.
I
Although
would have known that.
there are some places on the West Coast that I feel like are like brand spanking
Seattle.
new.
Not
Yeah,
Seattle.
Not Seattle.
No, 1869, with Seattle having more than 2,000 residents, but it did not become the 42nd state until 1889. In the early 1870s, the Northern Pacific Railway Company announced that the Transcontinental Railroad western terminus would be at Tacoma, which is 40 miles south of Seattle, and that helped population in Seattle boom in the late 1880s. In 1889, in March alone, there were 500 buildings under construction, most of them made of wood, which led us to the Great Fire of 1889.
There's always a great
There's always a great
Always a great
fire.
fire.
You have a song for this one, Lindsay?
The cow kicked it over and the flames begin to spread. It'll be a hot time in Seattle tonight.
Good job.
And that's what happened in 1889.
Yeah.
I'm sure they also blamed an Irish woman and a cow.
Don't we
Weirdly,
all?
yeah, that's the next step.
Fantastic.
No.
What if children used that instead of my dog ate my homework? This Irish lady and this cow.
Wait, that's so
Classic
good.
duo. An Irish woman and a cow walk into a bar.
It'll be a hot time and my homework tonight. I'm
Wait,
so
that's
crazy.
such a good excuse.
Every time there's a fire now.
Guys, my cat actually did eat my homework once, and I literally took a video of her eating it mid because I had to get a new one,
Oh,
and I was like,
no.
I swear, this is her eating it. And they were like,
loves paper.
okay, you're right. She does love paper.
Yeah.
Well, the Great Fire of 1889 happened on June 6th, in which there was a devastating fire, which was a turning point in the city's history, and this fire leveled business buildings in the heart of the city. The fire started at 2:30 p.m. in a paint and woodwork shop, and over 18 hours, it swept over 116 acres. As the buildings, docks, and even the sidewalks were all wooden, it consumed so much, and losses were estimated at $20 million.
Which in today's money?
More.
Accounting for inflation, more.
I would estimate more.
More,
Yeah.
definitely.
It is crazy how all those old cities were so wooden and
Ridiculous.
so close quarters. Like, there was a
Yes.
great fire in every city. And then we just do it again.
And then we just do it again. And they did.
I mean, like, what else are you gonna do?
Not wood.
You're right. Oh, I hear
They
what
have
you're
the
saying.
stone that takes so much longer.
Oh, I
gonna
have a
get there.
fun fact. This, like, opens up the tangent to the Pacific Northwest earthquake that's going to happen one day. Do you know? Yeah. And apparently they built a lot after that out of brick in Oregon and Washington, but that's also really not good for earthquakes. So now they're trying to retrofit ever since they discovered that this giant earthquake is coming. So, yeah.
Okay.
I
Long
feel really
story.
good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
There's more. But my lips are sealed.
There's more. Well, on the flip side, luckily there were no reported deaths.
Aw,
Whoa,
good.
I know. And while they were mourning the loss of structures, there was no need to mourn lives or plan funerals, so they got right to work questioning how we're going to rebuild.
How did that happen?
I know. No idea.
That's amazing.
To be fair, no reported deaths, and everything is like no deaths,
Fair.
but maybe, but I feel like they would have reported that or known about it.
Yeah.
Especially for, at the time, being a smaller town
Yeah.
from what they have now. On June 7th, there was a public meeting, so the day after, about what to do with more than 600 attending. And the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, which was a newspaper, reported the next day, quote, "Not a single long face was seen. No one not familiar with the facts would have imagined that the assembly, as individuals, was in the midst of a calamity. The air of cheerful earnestness was surprising, end quote.
Oh.
Which I feel like from the people I know that are from Seattle, they are so community-based and that alone sums up Seattle residents.
That's so sweet.
So I like the back of this wine bottle too, because it's like very community.
Aww.
This meeting took place to ask the questions of whether they should permit wooden buildings within fire limits, and should streets be widened and straightened. They concluded that only brick and stone should be used to rebuild the burned parts of the city, and some streets would be widened and raised, which would improve the drainage system as well to help with draining during high tides.
Also impressive that they were able to quell the fire in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Damn, go Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a few days after the fire, there were more than 100 tents that housed businesses while reconstruction was underway. The mayor hired 500 men to start clearing the debris and to salvage bricks from the destroyed buildings. Rather than remove the rubble, they decided to build the streets and buildings on top of the devastation. And what couldn't be salvaged was leveled or used to fill basements or burned buildings.
Wow.
On June 21st, 1989, the city passed ordinances that established which streets would be raised and how much. And this happened by building retaining walls of stone or timber on the sides of the streets and then filling in the space between.
And sorry, this is 1989?
Didn't you just say 19?
Did I say 19 again? 1889.
Okay.
I don't
Could be
remember
going
what
to
you
the
said.
1900s.
No.
Took 100 years for them to
I know, I was
rebuild.
like, that was a long project.
I feel like they had a day, and then they were like, and we will get to
What's
it.
the
And
rush?
one day we'll get there. They were so quick to be like, how do we fix? Later.
Yeah, we figured it out.
My goodness.
Sorry, I just want to make sure that we're on.
Love dyslexia.
You're doing great.
You're killing it.
No, 1889, they passed the ordinances. And new roadways of heavy timbers were placed atop the fill, and streets were raised up to 22 feet in places which helped to level the city.
Wow.
Many buildings that were created ended up having their first and second stories below the new level of the street. So their storefront windows would look out to the retaining walls underneath these new roads.
What?
That's crazy.
This is why I think this is like baffling to me. Because what do
So
you mean?
they raised it all with what? Like they just built up with
These, like,
stone
retaining
and stuff?
walls,
That is
yeah.
so
Stone and timber.
But they
wacky.
wouldn't adjust the businesses?
I think it was because, like, the manpower it would take and all of that to, like, redo everything would
the
be
ones that
too
were still
much. Yeah.
standing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, let's just go above it. So they had these, like, first and second stories and then more on top.
You show up to work, you're like, how the fuck do I get in?
Oh, literally.
They're like, sorry,
Yeah.
it's down there.
Good luck. Within a year
Wow.
after yeah, it's wild.
That's so cool.
I still don't fully understand how it works because my brain doesn't comprehend building on top of buildings. In my mind, I'm like, if we were to build on top of it, how would
You'd
we
have
build?
to raise everything.
Yeah.
And then just,
So much.
It's so interesting.
it's wild.
That elevation would
It's,
be
I mean,
so-
it's like building
Yeah.
a 3-story building,
Yeah.
but the first story you're just like
You're-
supporting.
yeah, not really using.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Weird.
wild. And then adding streets on top.
Weird.
Within a year after the fire, while the underground was bustling with life, Seattle was almost fully rebuilt with 465 buildings having been built. Businesses were reopened and the population grew almost 33%. The fire also helped to establish a professional fire department, where before it was a volunteer-based department, and the city increased the size of the water pipes. They eliminated wooden pipes and added more hydrants.
Wooden pipes.
Yeah. Like that is not great.
Regulations are written in blood. We've already talked about that on this
Truly
podcast, but
are.
it's true. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Wow.
At first, during the rebuilding phase, ladders and stairs led to those businesses underground that would still operate and run shops from the lower levels. But above, people would accidentally fall into the gaps where the ladders were. And as it got further along, sidewalks were soon added that limited access to the underground and dimmed the light down there. So eventually, businesses started to move fully above ground once it was done.
What?
So the underground levels were basically abandoned at this time, and those areas became rather dystopian. And as I'm sure you can imagine, the abandoned underground became a haven for drugs, sex workers, some unhoused people, and horrible crime, including kidnapping drunk people and taking them to ships, mainly men, to be labor.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And this area was alive for a while until crime got worse and a typhoid outbreak in 1907 scared the city, and they sealed off the access to these areas.
With people inside?
I did look, when I was researching the trauma and all these things, I was trying to figure out if people were still inside, because some articles or blogs said trapped, but I couldn't find any actual record of that anywhere, so I don't know. I don't think so, but probably.
Oh my god, it's reminding me of Splunking for some reason.
Yeah, it's very claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Just like, oh.
Spooky.
This is like, I feel like if you just, we don't have to invent anything new. Like, this would be a crazy fantasy world to write, you know? I'm like, this already existed, but if you wrote a book about this, people would be like, wow, you're so creative and interesting. How did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Like history.
Like Seattle.
Like literally all
Like
of
how Margaret Atwood.
Literally. But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So true. I was thinking we should write a movie. Like, it's such a perfect set for a movie.
Yeah.
Sure, it's accessible.
For context, for those who don't know, Margaret Atwood has said that nothing in her books is something she created. It's all based on things that are historical fact and already happened
I
to
love it so much.
women and people.
Horrifying.
It's awful.
Yay!
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
After a while, from what it seemed like, the underground almost became a legend. And until Bill Speidel came along, Speidel, I think it's Speidel, came along to investigate in the early 1950s and led preservation efforts. And eventually, he started public tours to the underground.
Wow.
Yeah. And yes, there is obviously a lot more that comes to the history of Seattle, but that's not why we're here today. We are here today to discuss the hauntings in the area.
I forgot about that part.
Obviously.
I was like, what a great history lesson, Sammy. I'm really enjoying this.
Tell me more.
Hours researching the history of Seattle, but many people claim that the underground is haunted, having claimed to hear eerie whispers, unexplained knocking, footsteps, feeling a presence, feeling cold spots, and seeing apparitions. The two main areas were the Old Bank and the former brothel called the Oriental Hotel. One of the most famous ghosts is at the Old Bank, where there are EVPs of investigators asking, "What's your name?" or "Who are you?" And the ghost will respond with Edward or Eddie. He's thought of as an old bank teller who was shot and killed while working, although there aren't public records on this event, so who knows. But people have seen a tall figure with a white shirt, suspenders, a top hat, and a large handlebar mustache in that area and speculate that could be Edward.
Oh my gosh.
People have caught his voice on EVP, and according to one of the websites that I was reading, some tourists have even held a conversation with him. And I tried to listen to the EVPs, but a lot of the pages either like no longer functioned, or like this video was taken down, or the video just like wouldn't play at all. So I don't know.
Spooky.
Along with Edward, there's a ghost of a woman who was killed behind the bank. She has also been seen in the area, and people have claimed to feel cold spots or see orbs nearby. And apparently she's been caught in photos. And like I mentioned, people have claimed to see female silhouettes in the tunnels near the old brothel. At this area, people have also seen multiple women's shadows walking around, hearing unexplained footsteps and strange knocking throughout the tunnels. And classically, there's also a woman in white who has been spotted in different areas of the tunnel.
Our girl.
She's everywhere. But there wasn't a lot more credible evidence regarding to the tunnels. But I wouldn't doubt that like whatever is left of some type of like trauma of the fire, and or if people got trapped, that can make it easier for ghosts to kind of stay or latch on in that area. Maybe, but who knows. But there are a lot of other haunted locations in Seattle that basically sit above these tunnels. So I'm curious if the energy has passed up or down from this area. And we're going to talk about, I think, two of them.
Yay!
Woo! People consider that the most haunted location in Seattle is the Sorrento Hotel.
Oh, it's always a hotel.
It's always.
They love the
I
hotels.
love, oh my gosh, the ghosts.
And this hotel shows up on a lot of the top 10, 13 haunted hotels in the USA. Their charts. It
Wait, what's
opened.
number one? Did you look?
Do I remember? No.
Okay.
It's
I did
gotta
look
be.
to see if that was
Hotel
accurate.
No.
No, I don't think Hotel Del. I mean, it is pretty haunted, but I was gonna say it's probably the Denver one that The Shining is based off of, right?
That
Or
was
is,
on there.
Is that
I
like a
think.
real hotel?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is,
I was just gonna say.
It definitely is.
Is this Stanley Hotel, or is that what it's called?
No,
I
that's
don't remember
the.
which one it is.
Yes, I did a mini mystery on that. I don't remember.
Can I look it up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like so curious on this topic.
I thought it was. I did look up to see if it was actually on these listings, and it was on a few of them. So
One of the most chilling Reddit stories I ever read was of a girl who went to this haunted hotel, who was talking about she had like tried to play with these children that didn't end up existing, of course, and they tried to take her back to this woman in white who haunts the tower there, and I don't know if it was her or another person, but like she told this creepy story of this creepy woman in white that she met who wanted her to stay forever. And then all the Reddit comments, like multiple people were like, I saw her too.
oh my god,
And one person was like, as I was driving away from this hotel, I saw this woman in white floating at the top of the hotel at the spire,
Oh my
like
God, no.
staring at me
No.
when I was a child.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
and it gave me total chills, and it's giving me chills again. Why?
no, 'cause-
Something about that story is very weird.
Okay, so there are different lists according to different people.
Yeah.
I'm going with the AI overview. Boo boo, I know.
boo boo.
The second one it lists is the Stanley Hotel, but can you guess what state the first one is in? Because I don't think you'll get what the hotel is.
East Coast? New York?
No.
New Orleans,
No.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
North Dakota,
No.
California?
No.
Tennessee.
Texas?
Arkansas.
Utah?
You're right. I would have actually never gone to
It's
Arkansas.
the 1886 Crescent Hotel and
Oh,
Spa.
yeah. I've heard the name.
I've
Are
heard
you
of this as well, I
serious?
think.
I've heard of Crescent.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
probably from one
crazy.
of the like random TikToks or something.
We got some new episodes coming.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah. The Sorrento Hotel. It opened in 1909 and had an odd design, but it's known for its rooftop restaurant, its beautiful arched windows and doorways, and its hipped roof. It's an Italian-style hotel near First Hill neighborhood with a view of the shore and the city. Sounds great, right? Wrong! Said that the writer, Alice B. Toklas, haunts the halls, especially around room 408, and
Sounds like a good ghost.
is dressed in white or black. She causes lights to flicker, plays the piano, moves people's drinks around, and in the Dunbar room, people hear disembodied footsteps.
Sounds like a good
I
ghost.
guess she's a good ghost.
I'm this kind of girl.
Yeah.
And while she haunts the hotel, people are questioning why. She was born in San Francisco in 1877, moved to Seattle in 1890, and her family resided close to the hotel, but the family moved back 10 years before the hotel even opened. She ended up meeting Gertrude Stein, and they became partners.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah. Alice would eventually die in Paris after being sick for years. And fun fact, she's actually known semi as the mother of the pot brownie because she wrote about it in her cookbook, but she did not invent the recipe.
Okay, good ghost.
Good ghost. Yeah.
She showed back up. She's like, I liked it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not sure why she haunts the hotel, but she does. And in 2018, the hotel even hosted a dinner in her honor using recipes from her cookbook.
Everyone was just high.
I feel like they maybe didn't do that, but hopefully. Dessert.
Legal in
But that's
Washington.
really,
It's a hotel.
really
Just go upstairs.
sweet.
That's really
But
sweet.
moving on. Another main haunted location in Seattle is Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub, which is in the Butterworth building in Seattle. Above, it has good drinks, good food, warm atmosphere, but below...
You want to say good food?
What?
You said good food. Good
like good
food.
Did I say good food? Oh, because warm is right after it. Yeah. Above it has good drinks, good food, and warm atmosphere. But below the surface is something much darker. Do you have any guesses?
The devil.
No.
Wait.
Like what? What is underneath?
mean?
A
Yeah.
brothel? The brothel?
Oh, like in the city. The bank.
A mortuary.
Oh.
The Butterworth building on First Ave opened in 1903 as a mortuary, and the mortuary closed in 1923. And the story goes that bodies were patients of a doctor named Linda Hazard, who was known to starve her patients as treatment.
Seems like she was the real hazard.
Got her.
Sorry, I said I wouldn't make eye contact with you anymore, Lindsay, but I did.
I I already knew you were gonna say that. I know. Like 5 seconds earlier when I heard her name,
it was right there.
My eyes like flicked to you, and then I was like, she didn't say it. Okay, we're safe.
It's horrible.
We're never safe.
I love it. I was at the dentist today, and they let me watch what I wanted to watch, which was House Hunters. Yeah. They had an Apple TV in the room. I was like, what is going on?
Where are you going?
Yeah.
To the dentist.
I don't want to say.
We'll talk later.
But I was watching House Hunters, and there was a couple who was touring houses in Texas, and they got to this one that they really loved, and she was like, it used to be a funeral home. And they were like, and for me, that's a deal breaker.
Oh, no, good refrigeration.
That's true.
So true.
But they were like, it's a budget. I don't know if they ended up buying it, but they were fine with it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
I wouldn't.
No,
I couldn't.
I
absolutely couldn't.
No.
Yeah.
But the Kells Irish pub and restaurant did. But we're going back. Because of its location on a steep hill, on one side you can see 3 stories, and from the other you can see all 5. The top floors were originally flats for staff, and below were the showrooms for coffins. The main floor held the morgue.
I thought you were talking about the pub.
No.
I mean, that's
the
so
building.
nice that they had
The
flats
building.
for...
No.
Okay.
No, we're still there. We're still in the past.
Sorry.
It held the morgue and the private offices, as well as the funeral chapel. And then the floor below, the main floor, had fireproof vaults where the bodies could be stored. And then there was the basement, which was used to serve as the room with the building's heating systems and stables for the funeral wagons, which is now the iconic Kells Bar. So there are definitely spirits in some capacity there. At this bar, glasses are seen sliding off tables, mirrors break with no reason, plaster falls from the walls. People feel sudden drops of temperature, they hear whispers, and feeling like there's a presence watching them from the shadows.
A couple of those are regular bar.
Oh no, the glass broke.
People watching me from the shadows.
That's just Jim in the corner. He's really weird.
I guess that's true. But among the many weird occurrences and many spirits, there are 2 that are more well known. The first is a little girl with red hair.
No.
Annie.
Oh, okay, I feel better about
We
this.
can call
now.
her Annie.
Yeah.
She's mischievous and is seen playing pranks, but she's very interested in the other children who visit the pub during the day. She manipulates objects and creates toys for the children. No one knows who this little girl is, but people assume she may be one of the children who died during the 1918 flu pandemic.
Aww.
The second is Charlie. He is an older man who is seen in the reflection of the Guinness mirror behind the bar, a classic. He wears a derby hat, and he is a social spirit. During music performances, he comes out, and people have said he seems like a content and warm ghost. Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub, I wrote bub, isn't the only hotspot for ghosts. Another haunted location is Merchant's Cafe and Saloon, which is the oldest continuously used restaurant in Seattle, established in 1980 and still has most of its original interior. And there's a plaque that says all of that. Apparently.
Whoa.
Cool.
Merchant's Cafe is haunted by many ghosts, many saying that they feel their hair getting pulled, they get pushed downstairs, utensils get thrown, objects getting thrown and breaking, and objects vanishing and reappearing in other locations. And Darcy, who is the current owner of Merchant's, wrote an article in 2013 of her supernatural experiences as well. I guess it's not really an article, it's like different snippets of each thing. And it's not in great detail, but it is very interesting, so go read her own words on their website. But one of the most active areas is the downstairs restrooms. Many see an apparition of a woman, doors will open and close, and men report hearing a woman whispering in their ear. On the top floor, women are harassed by a male ghost.
Sorry, Tyler just came out of the bedroom.
You said that, and I was like, "There's a ghost behind me."
As I'm literally saying doors open and close.
Oh my god!
Once again, your timing is impeccable.
Wow, scare the living daylights out of me.
Wait, that's so
I'm
funny.
sweating.
Oh, man. That's like the second time you've jump scared us.
Yes,
By the way.
so funny.
Try to be quiet.
You are.
Makes
That's
it
the
worse,
problem.
I think. Yeah.
Make noise.
All right, bye.
Bye. It's so funny.
Woo! Tell me about the ghost that scares people
Yeah,
again.
totally. The one that, the top floor.
Yeah.
Women are harassed by male ghosts.
Oh, great.
And many talk
Sorry,
about
I shouldn't laugh at
Yeah, no, that's not funny.
not
What just happened is funny. Okay.
Yes. But many talk about encounters of the mysterious lady, which there's really no other information on it, so I'm assuming it's just more lady ghosts. There's a wine rack in the bar that sits over a safe. And the previous owners told Darcy, do not put anything on the safe as it will get thrown off, and not heeding their warning, she put a wine rack on top, and the next morning after it was installed, the opening manager found every wine bottle thrown from the rack with wine seeping out the door.
Wow.
They also have surveillance videos in the bar that capture a wine bottle being thrown on the floor. I've heard they have one where every wine bottle gets off or like the rack gets pushed. I haven't seen that one though, but I did watch the one where a wine bottle got thrown.
Sick.
It's wild. And there's like patrons in the bar.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And I didn't write this down, but in the website where Darcy's writing her own account, she was like, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna happen, it's fine. So she puts it there, it falls off. She puts a shot glass to like appease the ghost. And then she says she was wearing a skirt, so she showed the ghost her butt. And apparently it didn't happen again.
I mean,
Darcy.
I love her so
she knew what the
much.
ghost wanted.
It's honestly, she's comical. I love her.
Shot in a moon.
Funny.
Gives new meaning to shoot the moon.
One unsettling thing about this cafe was of a painting of a dancing girl with a stark black background standing on a rug. While the painting was being photographed, it showed a completely different background. Darcy took many photos of it with different angles, different lights, flash and not, and tried to get the black background to show up that she sees in real life. But in the photo, it showed a vanity with items in the background, a warped ladder behind her, the rug had shoes on it. And in a blog post I was reading about this, a man named Jason Roberts inspected the painting without the frame to see if it was maybe like painted over or something, but it wasn't the original. It was a reproduction. And there was nothing he could see that looked like someone blackened in the area around it. So he researched the original artist and found her work digitally. And the original painting had the black background. He then reached out to a friend at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and after they discussed it with their colleagues, they could offer no explanation. So it's still kind of a mystery on where and why this new background appeared. So that's kind of weird and fun.
What was the background of again?
Originally a black background,
Yeah.
and then in the back, in the photos of it, there's like a lot of different things. A ladder, a vanity, like things thrown on the vanity, some things on the floor. And you really
Yeah.
cannot see that. You can just see the rug, which is interesting.
Wild.
Another is a little girl and a little boy that haunt the basements. In 1938, there was a fire that took the lives of these two, and many saw small, shadowy figures lurking and playing tricks on the staff. Reading specifically from Darcy's experience on her website, quote, I was bartending when I saw an old man, about 70 years old, standing at the end of the bar. I was surprised to see him there because there were plenty of empty seats. When I approached him, he tenderly handed me a doll and asked me to put it behind the bar. I asked if he wanted me to hold it for him, and he said, no, it's for the little girl downstairs, the ghost. I asked if he wanted me to take it down to her, and he didn't skip a beat and replied, no, she will be coming up to get it. I turned around and placed the doll behind the bar. I turned back around to ask him where he heard about this ghost, but he was gone. I curiously walked out to the sidewalk, and there was no sign there either. We don't know if the girl is happy to have the doll or not, but we figure we better not make her mad by moving it, or touching it for that matter. Our bartender Michael has never touched her, and he has worked here for years. End quote.
I'm crying.
I like Darcy.
I love Darcy.
What a vibe.
The stories that she writes about, I'm like, this is iconic.
We gotta talk to Darcy.
If you're Darcy, write it at ladieswholurepod@gmail.com.
Are you well?
No, that made me really sad.
Oh.
And it doesn't seem like it's maybe haunted, but a worthy mention before we wrap up, because lore is the Fremont Troll, which is an art piece created in 1990 out of an 18-foot tall ferro cement troll that looks like it's crawling out from under the Aurora Bridge. And some claim it's based on a troll that was in the city itself. Mm-hmm. But either way, it's massive and wild to look at. So definitely go take a look at that.
Wow.
And even though there are many haunted locations in Seattle, those are the main ones I wanted to talk about. And there are many underground tours you can take. There's like 2 historical ones, many different haunted tours you can take underground. There's a paranormal investigation one where they give you equipment, and then at one point they leave you alone. But I've seen a lot of these are like you walk down, you spend time in there, and then you walk up and then go to the next one from above, because I think they don't probably connect at this point. But it seems interesting. And you can just go to these different, the pub, the cafe, the hotel. So we should go to them, obviously, on Ladies Who Tour.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But who knows if these places in Seattle are actually haunted. Maybe it's residual energy from a darker history and trauma from the fire. Maybe it's just low lighting or being in an old place that gives off unease and is claustrophobic. Or maybe a power of suggestion during tours. But who really knows? I am convinced the buildings are haunted, 100%. I am a little skeptical on the underground tunnel, but who's to say, maybe when we go, because we have to go, I'll feel differently in them. But that's all I have on Seattle and Seattle's underground tunnels.
Wow.
Yeah, bravo.
Thank you for joining me on this
good.
journey.
Wait, you don't think the underground's haunted?
Not really. Based on a lot of the, like, I looked into the tours and I looked into the comments on the tours. And a lot of them are like, this is cheesy as fuck. Worth it sometimes, but like a lot of people were like, it feels like they play it up, or but everything does.
But like the bank.
But because there's not a lot of, I couldn't find Reddit things on it. I couldn't find actual, I experienced it. So therefore I'm a little skeptical. Until I find someone, even on Reddit, that's like, no, this happened. So if you've experienced something in the tunnels, write into ladieswholorepod@gmail.com, comment on the episode, DM us,
I was going to
whatever.
say, Seattle people, you better show up in the comments.
Yeah.
We got to know what your experiences
I need
are.
to know.
100%.
But that's all I have.
Sammy, that was so fun.
Thanks. I love it. Let's
I
go to
just
Seattle.
watched 10 Things I Hate About You, which is set in Seattle.
I love
So
So
good.
this felt really timely for me.
And then we'll
Thank
watch
you.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yes.
Never seen it.
Oh,
Never seen it.
Lindsay,
it's so good.
I know. I have heard good
that's
things.
your homework.
Well, let's
My
get
own.
off this freaking podcast and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we sing?
Yeah.
How?
Should we sing?
Sammy, it's all up to you.
Oh, come on. We
you
sometimes help each other.
Seattle.
I have an idea.
What is it?
We sing a fire song.
Oh my god.
Okay, so actually, maybe
It
don't.
was an Irish woman and a cow and ladies who lore.
Ladies who lord and Irish and cow.
They started a fire.
Ladies
who
who lord.
Yeah.
You missed out on
You
that.
missed the whole
I was clapping.